Greetings from a time when it was good to be an individual, to learn all that one could learn and use what you could learn to better yourself and the world around you. It was a time where freedom was considered not the rule of the government, but an inalienable right from God. Someone called me a Renaissance man, others a genius of sorts, and then again, some said the most vivid of imaginations. But do you know where it all started? It started by being given a gift from my ancestors and from the founders of the dear country in which we were raised. The gift was that of confidence that I would be allowed to follow my dreams, and that those dreams were attainable if I was willing to work. I, for one, are very thankful for those before me, for filling my eyes with the wonder of being a citizen of the most incredible country on earth, and yet respectful for the other countries who have their own set of values and ideas. I was taught to understand that the beauty of the world is not that we were all the same, that we shared the same ideas, nor even lived the same standards. The beauty was that we would enjoy our differences and share what we have learned without blurring our identities, blurring them so much that we no longer knew who we were or from where we came. It was a truth that if we allowed our respectful individualism to vanish, that the freedom that fed our confidence would eventually flicker away. The freedom to think, to learn, to invent, to solve problems comes not from any government program or funding. Those freedoms come from feeling secure that we're safe from those who wish to do us harm, and from the knowledge that we will be applauded for the successes, no matter how great or small, and confident that our work ethic would allow us the dream of America, a place where you can go, work hard, live safe, and lift yourself and your family up without fear of being overtaxed to the point that it no longer feels fruitful to better yourself. Our country is not choosing just a candidate for the presidency. We're about to choose the path on which our children and our grandchildren and their children will travel. We're about to choose between their inalienable rights and freedoms, free to choose where they spend their hard-earned successes, or leave them with a system where only a few elite leaders decide where, when, and how they will live, under the guise of what's best for the whole. Our country is not choosing just a candidate for the presidency. We're about to choose how safe our children will feel, knowing that we have not allowed those who wish them harm to live among them. Our country is not choosing just a candidate for the presidency. We're about to choose how to compete in the world market, keeping our jobs for our citizens and not losing them to other places simply because our businesses are being overtaxed. Our country is not choosing just a candidate for the presidency. We're about to choose to allow the elite who have become in power way too long to continue thinking that they know better for us than we do ourselves. Or we can use the power of our vote to create term limits, whether they enact those term limits into law or not. No representative should feel so empowered that manipulating their actions just to stay barely above the law is acceptable while they enrich themselves. Our country is not choosing just a candidate for the presidency. We're about to choose to allow the political elite to think they are untouchable. Or we are about to take back control from those pompous, self-indulgent political elite and recreate the kind of prosperous life that was given to us by our ancestors. Our ancestors who came to this country not for a handout, but for the dream, to work, to provide for their families, without paying half of their wages away, to taxes that they had no control of. Our country is not choosing just a candidate for the presidency, not choosing a first woman, nor a first non-politician. We're about to decide who is really listening to our frustrations and who's listening to our desires for our children's future. We are not choosing a hero for our boys or a role model for our girls. We are the heroes and the role models for our children, not the government. Our country is not choosing just a candidate for the presidency. We're about to choose either the beginning of the end of the way we knew life in our country, or a rebirth of the values that we still hold dear in our hearts, the values that we wish to protect for our children, without letting anyone strip them of their identities as citizens of this great country. Perhaps the slogan, "Make America Great Again," really means vote to pass down our great America and all its freedoms and prosperity to our children. I speak to you from the past and from the future. Do not squander the gift that you have, the gift to vote. Vote as if your family's future lifestyle depends on it. How you want your families, your children, and your grandchildren to live should guide your conscience when you are in that voting booth. As for me, I vote to remove from office those who wish to put our future at risk with the kinds of ridiculous decisions that they have been making. God bless the Renaissance men who gave their lives to write our Constitution. God bless America that we have known. And God bless America, the America that your vote will preserve.